Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
So today's video is us talking about our visit to MORryde, and Bob's going to handle most of the talk.
Okay. Well, as you all know, last year we had some issues with one tire that was giving us trouble. That was going down the road a little crooked, and it was causing some issues. So we took it to MORryde. We contacted them. We took it up there. They did a free alignment, and we thought everything was great, and we drove it for about 7,000 miles.
Yep.
Around, all around the UP, up through the UP, back down through Wisconsin to North Carolina, South Carolina to Florida, over to Texas, back to Indiana.
Yeah.
About 7,000 miles. I think we put on the camper itself because we record the miles.
So we went there to do a checkup, right?
So
because we're going out west.
Yeah, we're going out west on a big trip. So we always think that a yearly alignment, which is for a triple axle, is about $400. It's money well spent.
Yes.
And we thought, well, they have it there. We'll have them repack the wheel bearings.
Yeah.
So that's around the $450 range too. So when we pulled in, we decided, let's get the camper measured, the height.
Yeah.
So they measured it.
Because our camper, according to Forest River and Riverstone, is 13.4.
So we got 13.1 on the first AC, 13.1 and 13 on the back AC. So of course the front doesn't really matter because it's hooked to a truck and it can be adjusted up or down.
Yeah.
The technician right away looked and saw that the one tire was looking weird before we went back in the shop. Yeah. So they backed it in the shop, and we thought it was going to be a 4-hour service and we were going to be done. And we sat in the parking lot waiting and going in, and they had free snacks and all that stuff. We love MORryde, we really do.
Yeah, we do.
They're awesome.
They provide lunch for when you're there for the day and having things done. They have snacks and drinks and Wi-Fi, and the people are incredible.
They're super professional and everything. So we were waiting for someone to come out and talk to us. They said our tech would come out and talk to us, and our technician was just freaking awesome, and he's just super awesome, and we were waiting for him to come out and give us an update. So we had, and I believe the gentleman might have been an engineer, but I guess some engineers came in and looked at it, and
a lot of people.
He come up to our truck and was asking questions, just quizzitive, not being judgmental.
Well, we weren't really sure what was going on. He just wanted to know kind of where we'd been. Had we gone off-roading with our Riverstone?
Yeah, we have never gone off-road with the rig. I mean, it's always in parks.
Here's Bob and Barb.
Yeah, see, we've always been in parks. We've never gone off-road, and it's not the type of unit where you go off-road and then. Yeah. But we said no, we've never been off-road. We've had that issue since day one that we recall that we had a problem. That's why we brought it last year. But I noticed in Florida this year again that the tire seemed like it was a little bit off. It wasn't quite in line. And I mentioned it to the tech and the shop manager, this was in your last year and this is the problem. So he went off and left, and then so we went back. I mean, it was probably 2 hours later. Barb went and talked to Lindsay, and she said, this is the deal. They had the engineers come out, and the three beams were bent, and 4 of the springs were in bad shape.
Yeah.
So we're not sure exactly what that was all about.
It's kind of scary though that we were driving all that way and it was like that. So. And
the technician was adamant about making sure it gets fixed and back on the road the way it's supposed to be.
I mean, perfectly, precisely fixed. He's very thorough, very good.
I mean, he shared some information with me about from the very beginning that it might have been a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to say anything about MORryde because I don't know what happened. I don't know if when we picked the camper up from our dealer there was a problem beginning already from the guy that brought it to them.
Yeah, was it when it first happened, when it was created, or was it the transport person that took it to Forest River? Yeah. I mean, we don't know.
We just don't know. We just know for us in our hearts we never bottomed out. We never, except for driving on some of our bad roads, that's all we've done.
American highways,
So we've got this big giant sheet here of
everything that they did.
Everything they did. And the way the warranty works is you get 5-year warranty with your independent suspension.
Yeah.
Your first year you get parts and service.
Yeah.
The year 2, 3, 4, and 5 it's parts only.
Yeah.
So we're into a year and a half. They covered everything except for our original alignment and our packing our wheel bearings, which is right around $1,000
for that. So
that we were good with that. We're doing this video only to share our problems that we had on the road that we really didn't know that was that major of a problem. We thought it was the same thing as last year, a little bit alignment issue.
Yeah.
We weren't having the exact same problem as last year with the tire scrubbing going down the road.
Yeah.
But I did notice, because I got a fairly mechanical mind, and I kind of look at that kind of stuff and maybe overlook it, but we noticed that tire was a little bit off a little bit, and so
it wasn't shredding, but
yeah,
it was just a little bit off.
It was just a bit off. You could see it.
But we never knew that it was impacting, I mean, all three plus the one in the back on the other side.
Yeah, I never shared it with Barb when I saw it. I didn't want to worry her about it, and I knew we were going back to MORryde to get it checked. So
and we scheduled it ahead of time as part of our trips, because I think as long as we're in this area, we're going to make it a routine to always run through MORryde and have, you know, our alignment checked. And I know it's a pain to do it, because it's in, we prefer to go to Indiana, and our family's back in Indiana.
Yeah.
They do have shops around, and they will ship things to you if you need them shipped, so it's not a problem. We just prefer personally to be at the local main headquarters.
Yeah, it just feels like home to us and everything.
And they will take care of you. I mean, that is for sure.
We know how expensive those Goodyear tires are. They're you know, they're $500 a piece, so you don't want to be burning them off and leaving them on the highways as you're going down the road. We think the $450 or whatever it is for the alignment, for a 3-axle alignment, I'm sure a 2-axle is less, but it's well worth the money. I mean, it's like one tire, so why wouldn't you do it? We've got about 17,000 miles on this rig right now, calculated out, and the tires are still in great shape. So we caught whatever the problem was early on, just because.
Thank goodness for we went out west.
Yeah, just because we're adamant about making sure it gets checked, and that's part of this video is, you know, if you got an independent suspension MORryde, you may want to get it checked on occasion, or if you see an issue, you may want to get it checked, or if you're having tire wear funny. I mean, they want to help you, they really do.
And if you're an RVer who is loading inside an RV similar to ours, a motorcycle or a golf cart or anything that you're towing inside the vehicle, we definitely recommend that you have them check it out too, because the suspension was set up a certain way, and then you're adding in 1,000-pound unit or something in the back of your RV, it changes everything, you know, so it needs to be looked at and make sure it's aligned properly.
Yeah, we did run into a subscriber while we were there. He had a Riverstone he was getting done. He was getting his yearly check. The suspension has some different levels you can raise, so we're on the medium level. They can go up another inch or so with the suspension, and we left ours alone. At the very beginning when we got it measured, it was basically 13.1, 13.1, and 13 foot. When we got done, it was pretty much 13.2 all the way through the back. So adding those parts back in there actually did give us another inch, actually an inch and a half of height in the back, almost 2 inches in the back.
And you can measure your own camper. I mean, Bob actually has the big giant level that we can do.
Yeah, we use a 6-foot level. If we're on concrete, you can, you know, go take 6-foot level, hold it level. They got a little more sophisticated one where it's actually electronic level. So it gives you,
it tells you when it's level.
Because it's hard to see the bubble if it's exactly in the spot. But I knew it was right around the 13.4, I thought. But we're in parks, and when you're leveling it, of course, you got to have your camper and all that hooked up and be, you know, on some fairly level ground.
You need to know the height of your camper, whether you do it or MORryde does it or somebody does it for you. You need to know, because there are so many bridges across this country, and I know everyone knows don't go under 11, don't go under 12, but you need to know. You know, if you're too tall and you think you're one thing, and then you're 13.6, 13.7 or something.
Yeah, we're glad to be lower than what the factory says. Well, I took a little label and I put it on right by our radio, the height of the truck in case we're in a parking garage, and the height of our camper in case we come up on a bridge and, you know, we're older and, man, what's that height, you know?
Who's he talking about?
I don't know.
I mean,
somebody in the room. But yeah, so I mean, we can visually look down real quick. We're 13.4, you know, we're coming up on a 13.6 bridge. You know, well, 13.6 is we're getting out and looking, because you just don't know if the road's been changed or something.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, we did a 13.6, and we actually, Barb drove it through as I
just kind of rolled it through.
As I looked, as all three
ACs
cleared.
We didn't get any film, but Bob rode on the ladder, and I just slowly let it move to make sure.
Yeah, we watched them just, you know, go past each other.
Scary.
So
probably the scariest thing we've gone through so far.
So that's all pretty much what we wanted to say in this video. This is not a MORryde bash.
No,
we love MORryde. I mean, they took awesome care of us year 1 and year 2. We can't say enough about MORryde. So if you're having any kinds of issues, we're just throwing it out there. You know,
Yeah.
you might want to get your camper checked out. You know?
Just always do preventive maintenance on your RV.
Yeah.
Always check it out. Always know it's your home, and you don't want your home to go while you're driving down the road.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
I mean, that's the awesome thing about the the independent suspension, is there are adjustments. You know, so when things, it might just be something gets out of toe out or caster, or something comes out,
Yeah.
and you need to get it checked. I mean, that's what they're there for. Or there's several shops all around the United States that can do it. From what we've been told, what Barb said, we
trust MORryde.
We like to use our
when it comes to our suspension.
we like to use the home
base one.
Yeah.
The corporate one. I will link below the tour of the MORryde factory video that we did and the products that they sell. I will also link below the 2 videos that we had on the issues with the suspension last year.
Yep. We'll snap a picture of this receipt here.
Yep. So you have. We'll
so
do
you
this.
can see that what they had to replace and everything.
And then I'll also insert right here a picture of the camper that we took on our way into Iowa.
Yep.
Because it showed just how nice and the camper looked leveled. Yeah. After so that was after we had everything done and we were stopping at a roadside park in Iowa.
Yep. Yeah. It's riding just perfectly level right now, and it wasn't that far out anyway, but it was definitely noticeable between the tires and the actual wheel wells. You can see very little space in there.
Yeah. So remember, we're always going to try to share with you what's going on, so you know to be aware of things. Please like it. Please smash up the notification bell. Comment.
We did ask the office about talking about this video.
Oh yeah.
And
we wanted to make sure.
We don't want to bashing MORryde for no reason.
No.
But we did
also.
We just want to show you what can happen, and what did happen to us, and how it was resolved. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Top-notch company, top-notch employees.
Yeah, they didn't say one thing about don't say this, don't say that. We just, and they know we have a small YouTube channel and everything.
But it's an important one.
That's right. So that's all I wanted to say, is we're just trying to share it and be upfront with you guys as much as we can.
Yeah.
So
remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our world.
Bye.